Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm just sitting out here in the sun. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. Just woke up around 8, and I just got done crying, kind of. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't dealt with. And I don't even know what it is. It's like, I just want to share this because I don't know if you guys can relate. I just feel like I'm turning 28, and since I was 19, I've just been pushing things deeper and deeper down and not dealing with it. And at this point, I don't even know what half of it even is, or where it even comes from, or I'm starting to realize like things that people told me in high school, like my friends, little things that at the time I was really confident, so it didn't really bother me, but I guess I never dealt with it. And just like things like just making fun of me for being myself, I guess. Like, I was always a kid to wear tight jeans. I grew up in a small school, so there wasn't many of us emo kids out there. So, like, and then a big one is I like really love to sing, and I'm not the best. But when I was younger, I didn't care that I wasn't good. I wanted to sing. I loved to sing. I wanted to express myself in that way. But I had a couple friends who were really, really good musicians. Like, they still are, And let's say we'd be at a party, like drinking or something, and like it's all of our friends around. Maybe like one or two people that we didn't know, or maybe a couple girls that they were trying to get with or something. But they'd be singing like a Beatles song or a Coldplay song, something fun. We were all into Coldplay at that time, for sure. And I would start singing, and I was a little flat, and I was learning to sing still. I wasn't born with it naturally, but I mean, I can sing now, and decently. Maybe I'll share a song with you guys that might be fun. It might help me too. But they would tell me to shut up. Like, literally, shut up, Dave. You're ruining the song. Sorry, it's kind of hard for me to talk about, because these were like the people that I cared about the most, and I would never tell them that. I would never say that to them. Like, ever. Never. That's mean. Especially they could see that it was in my heart. Like, they knew. They even told me one time when we were drunk, they're like, Dave, if I had half the passion as you, I would be a famous musician. They both said that. They'd be like, dude, if we practiced anywhere near you or cared as much, we'd be famous. And I actually believe that. My one friend was in a band, and they never made it, but they were like signed in Japan and stuff. They're Windsor Drive, if you want to check it out. They kind of like U2, Coldplay, like kind of that mixed together with a little bit more indie-ness to it. But yeah, so hearing that stuff all the time, and before I found out about like raw food, like music was my passion. It was my only passion. It was the one thing that made me feel like I was like alive. I was in a band in high school, and I was a screamer, so I didn't have to sing. So I was good at that, though. That was the one thing that kind of helped me. It's like, well, at least I can scream, But this feels good to talk about. So I just kept practicing, and I didn't really care what they thought for a while. But there's this one time specifically that I was having a lot of fun singing, and my friend told me to shut up, and that I ruined it, and that's why the people walked away or something. And I'm like, dude, like, we are best friends. Like, who cares what they like, who cares what they think? Like, why would they why would their opinion matter? And you know, I always knew that, but a lot of people really try to get, you know, value from others. And you know, I was like that too. I didn't think I needed it from my friends, you know. But over time, like, I remember there's probably 2 years where I just stopped playing music. I decided that I sucked, and I decided that it wasn't worth it. Because if I can practice like every single day and take singing lessons online and like just like, I was so, my parents were so annoyed with me. I'd just be singing and off key, but my dad saw that it was something I cared about, and he's like, just keep practicing, like, show me when you can sing the national anthem without messing up, and I will support you, and like stuff like that. Like, it was fine. But I internalized those words and I made them real. I read the book, The 4 Agreements, before, and they talk about that, how I agreed to what they believed. I agreed to the fact that I sucked at singing. And I lost one of my biggest passions for about 2 years. I didn't even want to sing in the shower. I was like, well, I'm not a singer, I guess. It's like what I feel inside, I guess, doesn't matter, is what I told myself. I was like, even though I feel it so strongly that this is what I want to do, and not even like, oh, I want to be famous. I just wanted to sing, man. I just wanted to share my voice. And that's why I think I gravitated to making YouTube videos. I had a channel before this one. It got deleted, unfortunately. I had like 70 videos. But I've always just wanted to share my voice. And I think it's important for everybody to share their voice, whether it be singing out of key, talking about stuff no one wants to hear, but you need to say it. Like, your voice needs to be heard. And I didn't know this video was going to be about this, but I feel like it's going in a good direction. But yeah, I was just pretty sad. And literally when I started making this video, I didn't know that's why I was crying. And now I figured it out. It was about the singing thing, and how I was told so many times that I was worthless, and I guess I never let that go. Because at the time, I was not listening to them, so I was just pushing it down and down and down, and then until it came up so bad, and I was like, you know what? Screw this. Like, I'm just gonna give up. Like, they were right. They were right. But you know what? They're not right. I did an open mic. I haven't done it because I was living with my roommate Austin, who's like a music guy. So he was like very encouraging. He was like the opposite of my other friends. He's my friend since first grade too. So if you're watching this, man, I love you, and I'm really proud of you, what you're doing in San Francisco. Check out Austin Found. He's gonna release a project soon. He's doing like a song every 8 days or something, until he's 30, or 30 songs every 8 days until he's 30 or something, because he turns 30 in September 8th. So it's like eight's like, or I don't know, numerology is cool, but I'm explaining it bad. It's a way cooler concept, but yeah, check him out. Austin with an A, Austan, Found, like Lost and Found, but Austin Found. So I did a couple open mics with him, and people came up and they're like, wow, your songs are really good, like, and he thought my songs were good, and like, he knew that I needed to take singing lessons because I have potential. But see, my friends when I was younger, I also wasn't as good as I am now, so maybe it didn't seem like I had potential, but I knew it in my heart that I had potential. Like, if you want something bad enough, even if you're tone deaf, like, that's a good... Maybe I will share a song with you guys, because it's like, I literally practiced so much to just be able to sing where people would be like, oh, you have a pretty good voice. And like, it took me so long to get to like pretty good voice status, but like, it was worth it to me because it was something that I wanted. So I know this is like based around health, this channel, I guess. It's really just my life and what I want to share, and some of it's funny, some of it's serious. But yeah, like, if you feel something in your heart, or you feel like you can be healthy, you feel like you can run a mile, but you can't right now, like, you definitely can. You can freaking do anything, dude. Literally anything. It's just, it takes commitment, and you gotta stay focused, and you can't let these people who tell you that you're not good enough, like, bother you, because you are good enough, and I'm good enough. And I know I never want to be like a famous singer, especially now, but like, I want to share my voice, and I don't think it's right for anyone to try to dim your light or not allow you to share, even if you're singing bad. Like, man, I was smiling the whole time. I don't understand why they couldn't see that. But maybe it was just them projecting their fears on me, because they were the ones afraid to sing. It was funny because they were the good ones, but they wouldn't sing in front of people as easily as me. I would just get up there and I guess make a fool out of myself, but I didn't see it that way. And then I guess I want to share like what happened. So they kept telling me this, and I never had anxiety before about it. And then they started scaring me more by telling me that I wasn't good. And actually, Windsor Drive was playing a show, and they finally let us open up for them. They finally let us open up. And we were kind of pissed about that, because like, I was like friends with all of them, and like, we didn't suck. Like, we weren't exactly the same kind of music. But my brother was a really good drummer, and our guitar player was really, really good too. And even after we played the show, when we opened up, they said they were impressed and that we did a good job. And my friend who judged my singing, right before I went up there, said, "Don't blow it." And literally, he ruined the whole show for me. My mouth was dry the whole time. It was like the first time I felt nervous on stage. And it was because I was agreeing with what my friend had just said about how, like, you better not sing flat. You better do your falsettos right. Like, I don't know, just like, he meant well, but, or maybe he didn't, I don't know. We're still friends. He doesn't watch my videos, but if you are, Dan, that's how I feel, bro. And I know you didn't mean it, but kind of screwed me up for a while, because I agreed to that. And I guess I just want to say that from here on out, you know, I'm trying to let go of that stuff. And since I've quit smoking weed, like, last night was a tough one. I had crazy dreams, and I think that's why I felt this and had to let it go today. And it's not fully gone. I still feel some of this holding on to some of the things they said, and it just sucks, because I felt like I was so much more like in the moment and fun loving until I started believing what other people were telling me. So if you watched it to this point, never believe what anyone says to you. Your experience trumps everything, and what you believe in your heart trumps everything. So no matter what it is, I mean, obviously you can't really grow taller. You know, I'm only 5'9", man. I wish I was 6 foot a lot, you know, but it's something like that's easier to accept, you know. But then when someone tells you like, "Oh, you're never going to be a singer," and then, you know, that's hard to accept until you accept it, and then it really screws you over. But yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I think I have like 32 subscribers right now, so if you haven't commented and you made it this far, just let me know who you are, where you live, and no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, just let me know a little about yourself. I want to build a community here, because like this really helps me. Like what I just did right now, like I don't always have people to talk to about stuff, so I'm not trying to be sad, so like I don't want this to be like, oh, poor me. I just I'm in that kind of zone, so the way I'm expressing myself right now is a little bit more calm, and I guess could come across as sad, but I just want you guys to know I really appreciate every single person that watches the video, any video, because like this means a lot to me. Like I want to share my story, and I want to share, I just want to help people, man. That's all I want to do, and I need to help myself every day to get stronger, so then I'm strong enough to lift up the world, because I know I have it inside me. There is something building, and you guys are helping me express it, so thanks. Leave this video a like if you got something out of it, or if you have had a similar experience with me. And like I said, just leave a comment, tell me a little bit about yourself, or maybe a story that you felt like this kind of happened to you, and you found the courage to break free and let go of those agreements that you made. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you soon.